Campers, hi. If you're watching this, you just might be in my public speaking class here at Lakeville High School. My name's Mike Joswiak. I don't care how it's spelled. That's how you say it, Mr. Joswiak. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to be your instructor for the semester, if all goes well. Speaking of all going well, I'm having a fun time this week. The week before school actually starts, I'm trying to get some stuff in the can, as they say, so that I can do this online thing with you. Um, Campers, a couple of things as an introduction to the course, as an intro to the class. This is all speech all the time, with the exception of the first couple of weeks where we're going to talk about the communication process in general. We're going to talk about senders and receivers of a message in the communication process because I need to teach you that because the state of Minnesota says I need to teach you something. Speaking of what the state of Minnesota doesn't say, campers, there's a not so hidden curriculum here because I am your speech credit that you need for graduation. And trust me when I say it, I wish we would focus on this from fourth grade on and that you would have public speaking every year. I really do. But I can't do that because the system that you're in, this public school system that you're in, here in Lakeville, I don't know if I should say this. I don't know if I should say this out loud. We don't care about your skills in public speaking. Public speak. That's fun. That's fun. We don't care about your ability to open your mouth and sound smart when you talk. The system that you're in doesn't care. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist. Here's the real deal. You can figure this out. The reason we don't care here at Lakeville, man, again, I'm going to get fired. Listen, there's no part of the ACT test, and there is no Minnesota State High School standard test. There's no standard test that says, can you open your mouth and sound smart when you talk? So the entire system doesn't care. We care about reading, we care about math, we care about science, and those are all great courses. Those are all great courses. Get a bigger brain and everything. But man, I tell you what, we don't care about your ability to open your mouth and sound smart when you talk. I do. For two reasons. Number one, you need my credit to graduate. You need public speaking to graduate. But that's neither here nor there. The real reason I care is because after graduation, we toss you out into what everybody else calls the real world. Okay, listen, the real world is around you every day. But let's go with their scenario. We toss you out into the real world after we give you your flat hat and your diploma. And then, honestly, quite frankly, and I know it like I'm sitting here, the ability to sound smart when you talk is a survival tool out there. And nobody is telling you this. We're teaching you to be great test takers and to fill in the right bubbles with the number 2 pencil, okay? And to pass those, those MCA tests and to pass the ACT tests. But we're not telling you that there's a survival skill out there, and that is the ability to open your mouth and sound smart when you talk. We are doing you a disservice. So let me tell you this. You are in the right place. I know we hate speech because we've done that to you. We really have. I know you hate it. All right? Everybody's looking at me. I can't. Well, that's because nobody's taught you how to do it before. Okay? We throw you out of the boat and hope you can swim. And lots of you are sinking. So after we get done in this course, talking about the communication process in general, I am going to systematically train you to stand, to walk, to talk, to open your mouth and sound smart when you talk. I'm going to train you, okay? And if at the end of the semester, if at the end of the semester you still can't feel comfortable giving a great speech and sounding smart when you talk, then one of two things. One of two things. Number one, you didn't play the game. Or number two, I should be fired. Okay? So we'll get you there. At the end of the semester, you will look like $1,000,000. You will sound smarter when you talk. We're going to give some major speeches in this class. And honestly, quite frankly, tomorrow, you're going to get to see the silly bus. And when you ride that silly bus, man, I tell you what, and I won't insult your intelligence by reading it to you. I'm going to talk you through some of the highlights. But tomorrow, the first thing that you notice is that there are some big ticket items in this course. There are 3 or 4, depending on how much time we have. There's 3 or 4 major speeches that you will give. But honestly, by the time you hit that first one, which comes at the end of the quarter, by the time we get there, if you can't do it, if you can't get an A, then I should be fired. I will get you there. Okay, so hold on for that ride. I'm nothing if not excited. I'm nothing if not excited because I know how freakishly important it is out there. Look, I didn't start teaching until I was in my 30s. Before that, I hired and fired people, and I never once hired anyone that mumbled and stumbled their way through a job interview. Never once. Especially if they filled their sentences with the words that just don't make sense, okay? Okay, all right, way more about that later in life when I teach you to be articulate. All right, campers, hang on. Listen. Watch the Schoology announcements every morning, please. That's how you found me here this morning. Keep that party going. Watch the Schoology announcements, and I'll tell you what to do every single day, except, of course, the days we're not in session, you know. I may try sometimes to even instruct you about those days, but watch the Schoology announcements. Tomorrow, the silly bus. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's fun, though. The silly bus. Have yourself a great and glorious rest of the day.